And now it's Giancarlo Stanton. And that one hammered. That's back. And it's gone. He got just enough of that one. His second home run of the game, and they tack on to their lead. It's 16-0. That's their fifth homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
Did you know baseball gave us jazz? No, I'm serious. Look it up. In 1912, a minor league pitcher had a pitch he called the jazz curve. Years later, jazz became the name for the style of music. But the music didn't stop there. Because we play to play. Satchel Paige, Jackie Robinson, Buck O'Neil, they wanted to play. And they did play. My Grammy Pat, she played to play. Back in the Bahamas on the sandlots, I played to play. And you better believe that we still play to play. So yeah, like I said, baseball gave us jazz.
Hey, baseball fans, this is Chris Singleton, and welcome to MLB The Show.
Live from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the New York Yankees taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about ready to go. And today's starter, Clayton Kershaw.
Well, this guy lives and dies with his slider, and it's a good one. Most guys, they're working off of their fastball, but he's backwards a little bit, works off the slider, and then when the fastball comes, it can add a little velocity in terms of perception when guys are used to seeing that off-speed pitch. When it's right, really tough to hit, even if you guess it's coming, because it's breaking two planes, horizontal and vertical.
All right, ready to go here, and stepping in for the Yankees, DJ LeMahieu. Swing and a pop-up foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Ripped on a line. Outman pulls that one down, and there's one down.
The right fielder, number 99.
Here is Aaron Judge. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
That one ripped. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. Kershaw fires. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock.
Batting third, the second baseman.
Here comes Gleyber Torres. And first offering is fouled off. Torres, a guy the Yankees acquired for Aroldis Chapman back in 2016.
He is fearless. You can't tell if he's been in this league for 8 years or 2 years.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. Hits the fence.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
The pitch. Swings and misses. Slider right there.
Yeah, he can move the ball around, add and subtract, get some weak contact at times. So you don't worry as much about him in this situation.
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. Giancarlo Stanton goes deep, and that gives him a lead. It's 3-0. Chris, that ball came out hot. So let's see what StatCast has to say.
Yeah, it really did, Boog. 111 miles per hour off the bat, and a really nice launch angle as well. Just a beautiful swing from start to finish.
One down. Here's the catcher, Austin Wells. That one fouled off. Kershaw, a former MVP, he features a slider, a four-seamer, a curve, and he works in a changeup. Still only one out here in the inning. That one back up the middle, and it gets through.
Four hits in a row, and they're really swinging it here. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
And now here is Anthony Volpe. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Next offering is fouled back. The 0-2. On the ground to the left. Into the outfield. Base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
The left field,
Everson Pereira now at the plate. Rips one to right. Hayward makes the play, and there's two down.
The center fielder,
And now it's Esteban Florial. And first offering is fouled off. Wells over at second. Volpe at first. 2 out of the inning. That one drilled left field. That's back there. And gone! So he leaves the yard to left. And they throw 3 on the board. It's 6-0.
When you see a guy take a slider on the outside part of the plate and hit an opposite field home run, fires you up because not only is he flexing the muscles to show the pop, that kind of approach, you'll hit for a high average as well.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Kershaw will depart, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break. New pitcher on here, number 80. He's being eased into the game here with the bases empty. So 2 away with nobody on. Here's the rookie third baseman, Oswald Peraza. Foul ball there.
With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left.
Here comes the 0-1. And fouled off. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Outman has a beat on it, brings it in for the third out. But the long ball was working in this inning. Not once, but twice. It's now a 6-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back in the Bronx. And on the mound now, Garrett Cole. What do we need to know here?
We know he's one of the best in the game, doesn't make many mistakes, and if he's in a pinch, he'll make up a pitch and throw something that you've never seen before.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Mookie Betts will get us started. He provides a surprising amount of pop from the second base position.
Listen, that's not something to take lightly. Getting that kind of production from the guys up the middle, it's not a strength of most lineups.
And a strike. And what does that do for a team when you get power from unexpected spots like that?
When you're in the dugout and you see a guy come up big like that you don't necessarily expect it, it just energizes that entire team.
And the pitch. And now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Look like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
Got him swinging.
Just a great slider right there. And I think the key for pitchers and what hitters don't want to see is if a pitcher misses with that pitch, that he misses off the edge of the strike zone rather than in the middle of the strike zone. And right there, excellent execution, and it finished up in a perfect spot.
Fires across the diamond. And here this afternoon, 2 quickly away in the bottom of the first. And up to the plate is Will Smith. In 2022, Garrett Cole set the Yankees single-season strikeout record with 257 punch-outs. Pretty amazing mark for that historic franchise. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. In the air, right field. And they get the out on Smith. And that's the third out. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We head to the second from the big ballpark in the Bronx. Yankees 6 and the Dodgers nothing. New inning getting started. Here's the Yankees leadoff hitter, DJ LeMahieu. See, DJ LeMahieu, really good hitter, but as well defensive versatility. And fittingly enough, he's the first winner of the Gold Glove Award that went to a utility player. He won it in 2022 in the American League. Back to the mound. It hit him. Slings to first. One out in the second. So they bring on the veteran, Shelby Miller. He's into the game with the bases empty.
Number 18, Shelby Miller.
Aaron Judge at the plate.
Number 99, Aaron Judge.
Base hit center field. So a man aboard now with one away.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Here's Gleyber Torres. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. And there's a foul ball. Miller, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, and occasionally uses a cutter. Oh, and 1 now. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. 2013 in the playoffs. You caught one as the Red Sox played the Rays in the division series.
I sacrificed a bracelet. It was my wrist and my hand.
Now he breaks his bat. Freeman hauls it in, 2 away.
Now batting, designated hitter, Giancarlo.
Now here's Giancarlo Stanton. He's already homered in this one. One of the things to remember about Giancarlo Stanton, only 6 players took fewer games to reach 350 career homers. That's impressive. That one lifted to left. Peralta makes the catch, and that'll do it. The Yanks leave 1. They lead it, though, 6-0. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here comes Max Muncy. He is very much your typical power hitter. I'd say he falls into the 3 true outcomes category.
Well, we've seen more and more of that lately. The ability to drive the ball to slug is getting heavily favored over any discipline or strikeout concerns.
0-1. Swings through that one out front that time. Woody Keller making the calls behind home for us today.
And Boog, something to keep an eye on is how pitchers utilize the top part of the strike zone. We see a lot more of that in today's game with guys going up there with hard stuff. Keller, definitely an umpire that isn't afraid to call strikes up in that part of the strike zone.
The next offering misses, and that is ball 1.
I love that Garrett Cole is sort of a throwback guy out there on the mound, sort of that classic power pitcher. He's going to attack with that fastball, move it all around the edges of the zone, and when he has to, fill up the strike zone with confidence that hitters can't touch it.
Now JD Martinez at the plate. Fastball for a strike, and it's 0-1. Cole, of course, the first overall pick by the Pirates in the 2011 draft out of UCLA, and really blossomed as he moved from Pittsburgh to Houston in 2018. Oh, 2 now. Stays alive.
He's one of the 2 pitchers to strike out 14 batters in 3 consecutive games. Pedro Martinez was the other to do it, but Garrett Cole, again, just a dominant pitcher that wants to finish what he starts.
LeMahieu takes it himself. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2. David Peralta at the plate. In there, and it's 0-1.
That's excellent location on the fastball right there early in this game. If he can do that all game, should be a good outing for him.
On the ground. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Dodgers go down quietly, still up against a 6-0 deficit. Back now in the Bronx, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Austin Wells. Miller back to work. Line drive. And it one-hops the wall.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
And now Anthony Volpe. Swing, and that's ripped towards right center. Nice grab on the run. One down.
Now back, left-hander,
Everson Pereira stepping in now for the Yankees. 0 for 1 so far. Double play ball to second. Rojas for 1. Double play. And that'll do it for the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. Yankees 6 and the Dodgers nothing. And welcome back. Bottom of the inning. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Jason Hayward. Hayward, the multi-Gold Glove Award winner, hitting 7th in today's lineup, and he's usually in center, but today starting in right. First pitch just misses.
Well, less responsibility for him today, making the move from being the captain of the outfield to moving to right field. So he can let his center fielder take those balls in the gap and kind of like a little day off.
Kicks and fires. There's a strike. This one high in the air to left center. One away.
batting in, the center fielder.
Now it's going to be James Outman. Outman goes 6 feet 3 inches, 215 pounds, and he was drafted in the 7th round back in 2018. Center field. Makes the grab for the second out.
Batting ninth, the shortstop.
2 outs, base is empty. Miguel Rojas at the plate. Rojas playing up the middle at short, 34-year-old vet, and he was born in Venezuela. First offering, and it just misses.
1-0.
Right-hander kicks, deals, and a swing and a miss, and that's that. Dodgers down in order. They still find themselves down 6-0. Back at Yankee Stadium as we go to the top of the 4th. And now the center fielder, Esteban Florial. Here comes a pitch. In the air, left field. Puts it away for the out. Singing 4 homers in 22 games at Old Yankee Stadium. What do you remember?
Well, I remember my rookie year hitting 2 in one game. And, before that game in the clubhouse, there was a gentleman there who owned a suit company there in downtown Manhattan. And he said to me, "Hey, kid, you hit a home run in the game tonight. Come over to the store tomorrow and I'll give you a free suit."
Peraza, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1. Hit hard, base hit. So that will bring up the top of the order with 1 away.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Back to the top of the Yankee order, and now it's DJ LeMahieu digging in. That one blasted deep to right. That's going back. Back some more. Out of here. He leaves the yard to right, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 8-0.
That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
One out, base is empty. And now big number 99, Aaron Judge.
Good swing out of him last time. Ripped a liner into center.
Tosses to first. Judge out on the play.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
2 outs, base is empty. Gleyber Torres, the next to hit. And first offering is fouled off.
So I went into the game. I happened to hit 2 when I walked into the store the next day, and he looked at me and said, "You're trying to put me out of business, aren't you?" And that was a great experience that I had as a rookie playing against.
Well, got to pause on that thought, as that'll do it for the inning. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now an 8-0 game. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here at the ballpark, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Mookie Betts. The pitch. There's a strike. Righty delivers. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Squeezes it. And a quick out, number 1.
The first baseman, number 5, Freddie Freeman.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. Grounded out his first time up.
When he steps into the batter's box, the comfort level looks so high. It doesn't matter what kind of delivery that pitcher has, what kind of velocity, what kind of secondary stuff. He is so settled in there. He owns the home plate area. For you growing up in New York City, I mean, you're a big sports fan. Tell me about your experience with the Yankees growing up.
I really went to Shea Stadium more than I did to Yankee Stadium. I grew up a Phillies fan. There was one game, though, that I went to as a kid. I sat in the upper deck. It was the game that Bo Jackson hit 3 homers in his first 3 plate appearances and then hurt his shoulder diving for Deion Sanders' inside the park home run. That's probably the most memorable game that I ever attended as a fan at Old Yankee Stadium. The batter now will be Will Smith. Flied out his first time. Ball 1, no strikes. to the left side, but it is well foul. The 1-1. Swings through that.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle. But I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. And they're on the short end of an 8-0 score. We go to the top of the 5th. Here's a big power threat. Giancarlo Stanton. Stanton, a guy capable of hitting it a long way.
Oh, you can tell how comfortable he is. Look at that front foot on the line as he is close to the plate. But he can be very quick to a pitch that is down and in.
Swings and misses. No balls, 2 strikes. He's a guy that's changed his stance over time. It's been a little more open, straight up, and now more closed.
One thing hitters will do, it's not so much about the stance, but it's what it does to the brain in terms of resetting and how they approach the pitcher.
Now batting, catcher, Austin Wells.
Austin Wells will hit next. Ground ball, Freddie Freeman. And he handles it himself for the out.
The batter, number 11, shortstop, Anthony Volpe.
2 outs, base is empty. And next for New York, Anthony Volpe, 1 for 2. And first offering is fouled off. Next offering is fouled back. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. At the belt and fires. Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Got it by him for the K. Yanks held in check as the lead holds at 8-0. Back here in New York, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Fought off foul.
You know, these Dodgers just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. We're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. He's been great out there on the mound, no doubt, but it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point.
Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Wow, short work to send him packing to start the inning, and no messing around either. All 3 pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
Martinez now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Next offering is in for a strike. Got him looking. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
Now a pop-up on the infield. Cole under it. He's got it, and that'll do it. So 5 perfect innings in the books. 5 innings complete. It's the Yankees 8 and the Dodgers nothing. Welcome back. Top of the sixth inning. And now Everson Pereira. Pereira measures 6 feet even, just 21 years old. Usually in center field, but today starting in left. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play.
One thing I always felt if I played left field instead of center field was that the ball gets out there to you pretty quick, and the most important play is that ball down the left field line, getting to it, cutting it off, making a strong throw to keep that single instead of turning it into a double.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Here's the center fielder, Esteban Florial. He's already homered here in this one. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Two consecutive base hits for these guys here. Really nice job staying inside with his hands to fight off that pitch. Man, that cutter was bearing in on him, but he found a way to stay with his approach, didn't spin off it, and he hit it pretty well.
Oswald Peraza digs in now. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Pereira, the lead runner at second. Florial on at first with nobody out. Comes up empty on the swing. 0-2 now. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That one back. And it hits the fence. They won't test it here. Bases loaded, no outs.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. He drove that ball very well out to the deep part of the field, and you may be surprised he didn't get a double out of it, but I'll tell you, they did a great job of getting that ball back into the infield right away, and it might have been the right call to hold him at first.
Next offering is fouled back. Singing DJ LeMahieu earned a pretty cool distinction when he won the American League batting title with the Yankees in 2020. He became the first player in the modern era to win a batting title. Ground ball up the middle. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Not in time, and that'll score a run.
Really nice job with 2-strike hitting in that at bat. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
So the Dodgers have a new arm on the mound, Brian Yarbrough.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
It's Aaron Judge now. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Judge rips that one. Outman makes the grab, and there's one away.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Gleyber Torres up to the plate. 1 for 3. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a miss, and he waves at that one.
No doubt, swinging for a 4-run homer right there.
Bases loaded, 1 away. Swung on, belted. That one back there. And that's out of here. Grand slam. So he goes the opposite way with that one, and they boost their lead. It's 13-0. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Well, he comes through big time with the grand slam here, but you also got to give some credit to the guys ahead of him. Good at bats to get on base and really set the table for a very special moment in this one.
And here is Giancarlo Stanton. He's already homered in this game. And that one fouled off. Stanton, in his 13th season, a member of the 1,000 hit club. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. The 0-1. Fouled off. He was late. Base hit, left center field.
Now batting, catcher, Austin.
And here's the catcher, Austin Wells. Next pitch is popped up. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Up next for the Yankees, the shortstop, Anthony Volpe.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. Yarborough, 31 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2014. And first offering is fouled off. Stanton off of first with 2 away. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Here's the left fielder, Everson Pereira. On the ground, right side. Throw on to Freeman, and that'll do it. Gleyber Torres with the big fly for New York. To the bottom of the 6th inning. You're dialed into the show. Back at Yankee Stadium. Well, we go bottom 6, and here is Jason Hayward. The wind and the pitch.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some guys. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse, go after hitters and get quick outs.
Goes down looking.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
And a foul ball. The Dodgers yet to pick up a hit here. Next offering is fouled back. And that's just foul.
Ooh, he missed a mistake right there.
1 down, base is empty. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
2 outs, base is empty. Miguel Rojas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. 0-1 down. Line to left. Pereira puts the squeeze on that one, and that is that. So he's perfect through 6. 7th inning coming up. The Yankees lead it 13-0. Back for more from the Bronx. Top of inning number 7. And now the center fielder, Esteban Florial. The big lefty turns, kicks, deals. And first offering is fouled off. And a swing and a miss. The Dodgers bullpen with some action. Joe Kelly looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Lifted in the air out to left. And it's caught for the out.
Now batting, third baseman, Oswald Peraza.
And up next for New York, Oswald Peraza. Bounce to the left side. Rojas on the run, sends it over to first. In there safely.
Did a nice job getting there. Good throw, but very difficult to get anybody on that one as far as you had to go and throw. You know?
Yeah, no question. So the lineup flips over. Here's DJ LeMahieu. That's a base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Here comes Aaron Judge. Hammered on a line to the left, base hit. And they hold the runner at third, but the bases are loaded now with one out.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. These days, when you see a ball come off the bat like that, I mean, the first thing you want to know as a spectator, what was the exit velocity? 109 in this case. I mean, that's just impressive, and it's so cool we can get that sort of feedback so instantly in today's game.
Here's Gleyber Torres. That one ripped left field. That's back there. Feeling for the wall as he makes the catch.
Man, I love that route. The ball was smoked. He knew he had to get back to the track right away. Turned his back on the infield. Got to the spot, turned around, and made a nice catch.
Giancarlo Stanton to the plate now. And it's fouled away.
He's got one already tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if he pops another one here.
Kicks and deals. And that one fouled off. Out to short, Rojas. Throws across the diamond, and they take care of Stanton for the out. Third out, and that ends the frame. And the Yankees leave them loaded, but they still hold a commanding 13-0 lead. Bottom of the 7th, here's Mookie Betts.
The second baseman, Mookie Betts.
And he deals. Called strike right there.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Up the middle, Torres over to first, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
I always remember watching Johan Santana pitch, and when he was in his prime, you would see a lot of guys out in front, right-handers pulling that change up in the stands and then fouling the fastball the opposite field up into the stands.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Peraza in position, puts it away for the out.
Now batting, the catcher, Will.
And next for LA, Will Smith.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Wells puts the squeeze on that one, and that'll end the inning. Dodgers go down quietly, still looking up at a 13-0 score. Back in New York, here's the catcher, Austin Wells.
The catcher, Austin Wells.
The wind of the pitch. In the air, right side. And there's one down.
The bat, number 11.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Peralta, long run on his horse. Hops over the wall, and that's an automatic double.
The automatic double kind of feels like enjoying cruise control in your car, Boo. You don't need to keep the pedal down as you cruise into second base. Just no worries in the world. You know what? He put a really good swing on that one.
One out, runner at second. Everson Pereira stepping in now for the Yankees. Line drive, and that should be extra bases.
The bat, the center field.
So they're at the corners now. Esteban Florial stepping in now for the Yankees. Swings through that one. 0-1. Ground ball to the right side. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Peraza now at the plate as he swings through strike one.
Looks like he went up there guessing on the first pitch. It was going to sell out to it. Didn't make any contact, though.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Runner in from third to extend their lead. It's 14-0.
He was all over that one. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there was just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Joe Kelly.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
So the batting order turns over. Now it's LeMahieu up to hit.
Really good piece of hitting last time, going to the opposite field.
And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Pereira, the lead runner out at second. Peraza on at first with 2 down. Lined, and that's a base hit. Runner at third puts on the brakes. Base is now loaded with 2 away. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. Swing and a miss. Strike one. And the righty deals. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. And that one is lifted in the air. Outman under it. And that's the inning. So they get one, but end up leaving the bases loaded. Last half of the eighth coming up. The Yankees lead it 14-0. Back in the Bronx, bottom of the eighth. Max Muncy at the dish.
The third baseman, Max Muncy.
Cole back to work. And there's a strike. Righty to the plate. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the third straight at bat.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
JD Martinez stands in. Still a ways to go, but this is can't miss stuff right now. And that's in there for strike one. And a pitch. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
Man, he is just dialed in right now. Every pitch thrown with so much conviction.
Next offering is fouled back. The wind of the pitch. Fouls that off to the left and will do it again. The wind to kick the pitch. Gets a piece and it stays 0-2. And a pitch. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Well, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. Two strikes, the sort of pitch you're hoping for. A bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location. But clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
Out there to center. Florial under it. Drops into the glove, and the inning is over. Dodgers down in order, but this one's pretty much over. 14-0. Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, Gleyber Torres up to hit.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
The pitch. Fly ball to right. And that should be extra bases. And just a single as they hustle the ball back to the infield.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Giancarlo Stanton.
And now it's Giancarlo Stanton. And that one hammered. That's back. And it's gone. He got just enough of that one. His second home run of the game. And they tack on to their lead. It's 16-0. That's their fifth homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees. And a foul ball. Kelly, 34-year-old vet, and he was a third-round pick back in 2009. Left-hand batter waits. Line drive. Calls it in, and there's one away. Anthony Volpe getting ready to hit. Swing and a miss. Going one.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
The 0-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. And here it comes. Foul ball, still 0-2. Ground ball, Freddie Freeman. And he takes it himself for the out.
Now back, the left fielder, Everson Pereira.
Everson Pereira, the next to hit. Lifted in the air, right center field. Hayward makes the catch, inning over. Garrett Cole heading back out for the bottom of the ninth as he'll look to make history. And welcome back. Here's Jason Hayward. And all eyes on the mound as he begins the ninth inning, working on a perfect game. Cole back to work. That one fouled off.
Boog, I'll tell you right now, every player defensively on their toes like never before.
The pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
Outman in the box now. No balls and a strike.
0-1.
Next offering is in for a strike.
They want to make sure they have the opportunity to put this pitcher in the history books. They're going to make the play.
Next offering is fouled back. And the right-hander deals. Gets a piece and stays alive.
You know, he's been so great today. Really just throwing whatever the catcher puts down. I mean, hasn't shaken off the catcher very much at all today.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Oh, there he gets the slider in on his hands, and it just eats him up. You know, it's hard to get the bat around on a pitch like that in tight. You just feel like you're crowded on the inside part of the plate. Can't get any extension. That's one he definitely should have laid off of.
And this is it. 1 out away from perfection. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. And that's a foul ball. And the pitch. And that one wrapped foul. Just 1 strike away. Hit weakly on the ground. Volpe. And history! It's a perfect game!
Just unbelievable. I was nervous up here in the booth. I can only imagine what his teammates and even he felt out there on the mound closing this thing out. Everyone will remember this perfect game, and it'll be notched in Cooperstown forever.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 33 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.